How's it going, guys? Today we are going to install something that'll let us keep a close eye on those, fun-loving oil galleys. Oof. We don't like those things. As G's get older, as our VQ get older, it's coming up more and more these days. A lot of VQs having to need to get the oil galley gaskets replaced. What we're going to do today, we're going to put in a oil pressure gauge. The one I chose is actually a combo gauge. It's oil pressure plus oil temperature. I have a temporary pod right now that I'm going to use because I'm getting a custom A-pillar pod made, and that is like a 2 to 4 week turnaround time. We got some thread sealant. We're going to use a little bit of that. We're not using the what is that brand? Moroso? Moti something with an M. I can't remember it right now. We're not going with him. There's reports that it leaks. So the Setrab oil coolers, radiators that everybody likes? They have plates also. We're going to use this Setrab plate. Fuse taps. Always use fuse taps. Don't just stick wires into your fuse box. This is the gauge. It's from Innovate Motorsports. And it's a combo gauge. It's really cool. Here is temperature. Here is the pressure gauge. This is the 913 version or 9319. I'll put an annotation. Oil, we're going to change it. These are the cables. I did have to extend the cables because the cables were way short. They were like 60 inches or something like that. Not 60 inches, sorry. 120 inches with one, and the other one was like 80 inches. I extended them to, 150 inches, so 12 and a half feet. So both of them are now equal lengths long. Before, I believe the pressure gauge wire was longer than the temperature gauge wire. So we're going to put all that in today. First, we're going to have to drain the engine. I need to do an oil change on the car, so I already got it up on jacks. After drain out, we're going to start taking apart the inside and get this gauge set up. Alright guys, let us prepare the plate. So if you notice on the plate, there's the side with the gasket, and then there's the side without the gasket. On the car, there's no gasket on the car itself. The gasket's always on the filter. So when we're installing this, we want to have the gasket side towards the car and have the flush full metal side away. What we need to do also is before we actually tighten these down all the way, I want to put the probes on there and mock it up to make sure I have which probe wherever I want it. The other thing to note, if you're using a single port, ensure that these are tight, because this wasn't tight at all. But I'm using the 2 ports. So we're just simply going to mock up the probes. I'm not tightening it down at all. Oh my goodness. Well, that's a problem. See that? This temperature probe is way long. I am going to have to figure something out. That sucks. It's going to be the same for the other side. Oh no. I mean, this could always be drilled out, and I have to probably hand sand it and stuff like that, really smooth. There's no real internal mechanisms or whatever to clog up, but damn, yo. Whoa. It's always something, huh guys? Always something. It's not that much material if you look at it. I'm going to have to pause this and figure out what my next step is. Hey guys, I'm back. So I cannot modify this plate at all. This plate just will not work at all, because if I cut to let the probe fit, I still need to get this through here in order to screw it onto the block. Alright? And if I put that probe, or if I cut the probe through, that's going to be in the way. See? That's going to be in the way. So, I just can't use this. I was really hoping to use this set wrap one. It's supposed to be a nicer quality. It's supposed to have a much better O-ring, because I've heard the Mishimoto ones, they leak after a while. I guess I'm just going to have to keep an eye on it. I really wanted to get this project done today, but it looks like I'm going to have to put it off. This really bites. I might go ahead and just keep running the gauge install. So we just need to do the oil plate whenever that comes in. So let's go ahead and just finish that off and do that. We'll have to order the Mishimoto for another day. Okay, so we got the probe wires in. Use the old same location as the amp wire. Over here, pierce that boot, run it down through there. Of what makes it really easy to do, you gotta take out this trim, we gotta take out this trim, we gotta take out this trim. You see the wire here? I took out the under tray for the dash, and I attached a very long wire to the end of the probe wires. Did I hit the car? Ugh. And fished it. Come on, camera, adjust. Fish it through here. Because the wire was so long, it was able to go from end to end. It was really easy pulling through. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to run the wires through here. All right, alongside here. Probably move this rubber trim. Alongside this rubber trim. Through this loom. Along this power steering line. And that takes it all the way down to the bottom of the car, close to the oil filter. Here the ends here on the other side of the loom. Let me go ahead and run that through, get all that tucked up, and I'll be back. Hey guys, so on the inside, see it's coming down. It's going to run across. I'm going to tie that slack, and then it's going to go through there. All I did, I had a shorter piece of fishing wire. I tied it onto the shorter piece of fishing wire and pushed it through, and I was able to get it out through that side. Short piece of, so now I gotta take this out, take that out, run the gauge, take this out, get to the fuse box, run the fuse tap. But let me also show you guys what we did under here. Let the lens adjust. So we ran it to the side here, tuck it under here. The loom starts here, comes underneath this factory loom, next to the power steering reservoir, down, power steering line. Under here, we remove this, and we're able to, can I get my camera in there? Fish it down. We went through the side, followed the power steering line, tied it off with the zip ties, and there the probes holding down. Oil filter right there, probes right there. It really, really, really stinking sucks that I have the wrong plate. Because I'm almost done. Now I'm just going to have to wait 2 or 3 more days and then have to get a whole new plate. I've had that thing for over a week. I do not know why I didn't check it out before. It really sucks that that's not working. Oh my gosh. Let me continue with the interior. Let me not dwell on that. We're going to rectify that. Hey guys, update time. So scrap this side. Got the pillar off. Got the gauge mounted in a temporary housing for now. Had to enlarge the hose because of the programming wires and stuff like that. Also had to extend these wires. I'm like, I had to extend the probe wires. I had to extend these wires. Come on, people. Let's get some longer wires. I don't know why I paid so much for this gauge and I have to extend so many wires. I didn't do the whole automotive coating, like shielding and stuff I did like on these wires. See how I extended these wires. I took my time, shielded them and stuff like that. I didn't do that because these are going right behind here, and I'm going to probably have to connect them to different places. Red is the power, white's for headlight, and black is ground. Then these are the two probe wires there. Got that sorted. I'll need to finish the engine bay. I'm still pissed off about the plate not working. Ugh, I'll have dangling wires for a couple days. Anyhow, let me keep going. Hey guys, so we got the gauge installed. Gauge is all the way, well, not all the way in. It's temporarily installed because, like I say, I gotta wait for my custom A-pillar, and then I'm gonna swap it out. So I haven't really finalized too much of the wiring. Let me show you what I've done. So I've put back the side panel. We've temporarily mounted the gauge there, temporarily. Run the wires down. I'm gonna leave that A-pillar cover off. Ran the wire, the main harness down here. Under here, you see the two harnesses from the probes. Inside here is a brand new fuse tap. And down here, we ran the ground. The little blue connector there. The white connector is for dimming at night. The white connector, I'm going to have to extend the wire and run it over here because I have a tap on the cigarette lighter for that signal wire to dim. I don't really want to cut up the harness for my illuminated sills, so I'll just run that wire here when it comes time for the final installation. But let's go ahead. I think the key's here. The key's in the car. Let me get the gauge there. Turn the ignition on. And there you go. So, switch it back off. There's nothing connected, unfortunately. There's nothing connected. I gotta wait for the new plate. I don't know when Amazon's gonna get that. It's kind of dark. Flip the slide over. There we go. I'm gonna button this inside up, get the interior pieces trim set up. We'll go ahead and get the engine bay set up. I need to secure the wires underneath. That's for the probes. And I will also fill the car with oil, bring it, move it aside and stuff like that. I just gotta wait. I gotta wait 5 more days because Amazon says they don't have it in stock. Everybody else wants to charge your arm and a leg for shipping, so I gotta feed the Amazon beast, I guess. Switch this off. Okay, yeah, that was annoying. So I tidied this up, and I'll be back when I got everything buttoned up. Alright, we got that side buttoned up. We got that side buttoned up. We got the A-pillar off, but the gauge is good. Battery compartment back together. Wires running down the side trim. Coming out to this loom. Coming down, like I said earlier. And then, because we don't have the dang plate, I got an oil filter on there, and I've tucked the wires away for now. Pretty much, I don't believe I'm going to be driving the car in the rain. I'm not going to be driving the car in the rain or anything like that, so I haven't really taped up the end of the sensor wires. But as soon as I get that plate in, I'm going to have to dump out some oil because they move the car and stuff like that. Let me fill up, get everything cleaned up. The next time you guys see me, we should have the new sandwich plate